everyone, it's Andrews Prime with another video for you. If you're wondering why I'm talking, it's because my dad is doing exercise and I chose to beat down Toova's manifest. This is her true one. You do not need XP to get it, but you have to have beaten level 10 manifestation of Toova. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. So, as you can see, we are using a win/team, and we start off with the first turn AF. You need the Nephrite boost, and then we stack 3 Miko Whirlwinds. And I also made sure later on that I apply Wind Zone, so I don't get hit with that much. So as you can see, I applied Wind Zone, and now I lock it in with 7 Nights of Pain. This is the another zone. Now as you can see, it drained the MP at the first HP stopper. Now we're gonna do that, and then it drains all my MP, and then overdrive. That's a 2-turn kill. Keep in mind that since Kiko had a clone, her MP didn't get drained. If you don't have the clone, then you would have died. And you can see we got the true manifest. You get 50 Chrono Stones for beating it. So if you're wanting to grind out a little more stones, here's how you get them. Now as for true manifest, you don't have to equip the manifest to get the moves.
All right, Gamer Dad is back, and stop flexing, Andrews Prime. Sorry about that. I guess he wanted to take over the account temporarily, and now Gamer Dad is back from his exercise just in time to see his success. Now, keep in mind that if you're wondering about the team setup, you can see the loadout here. I actually had pre-designed the teams ahead of time before leaving for exercise, and I did say he was allowed to experiment with my account and see if he could beat it on his own. Keep in mind that I did have most of the grass set up already. Now, he is also 11, so it's not like he's ultra pro. However, he does understand the very basics of the game, and he does know most of what the basic units do as well. All right, so just to expand on what he says, yes, there are 2 HP stoppers to this fight, and at each HP stopper it drains. The first one was drained half your MP, and then the second one drains all your MP. So you'll need either a way to avoid that, aka AS Clico's clone, or I'll show you in my second example how to bypass it as well. There's also other counters, like for example, you can use Oratorio, which is Pizzica, which will give you an end of turn 50 MP recovery. However, remember that if you allow extra turns to occur, Toova can start attacking you, and the very next attack will be the Call of the Dark, which is essentially her enhanced attack, which drains and does a major powerful magic attack while healing essentially to full. So if you notice also, she heals to full each time with a drain, and so it's essentially you're fighting 3 fights in one. Okay, so in our second fight, this is me piloting my account again. Now that we know what we're up against, we're going to bring in the OG tank, Pry. He's going to be obviously contributing to our Blunt Zone AF, and in this case we're going to do a 2-turn AF since Blunt Zone currently doesn't have a Grasta or a way to activate it directly through a 1-turn move such as with Boreas Method, aka Cyan Scyther. Now in this case, I mean, with the dual debuff for Ninja Gansai, we're not taking too much damage, and at this point we're just going to do a 2-turn AF. Note that Pride doesn't really do much damage. He's really there to apply a type resistance down with Noble Flames, and later on, if you can understand what we're talking about in terms of the MP drain, you know who's going to be tanking all of that. Now at the first HP stopper, note again, Toova has healed back to full. However, I have left 4 stacks on AS Myunfa, and remember that she gets 2, 4, then 5 stacks, and then consumes all 5 stacks afterwards if you can guarantee crit each turn. And since we have a guaranteed crit on our weapons, she essentially can guarantee a crit with her T-God Majesty at 4 stacks, which will do more than enough damage. And then I will have one next turn at full stacks, 5 stacks to deal maximum damage. We used Pry as a preemptive indulgence to tank all those MP losses, and so we just really have to do one more attack with AS Mewfoot to finish off that fight. So this fight is a little bit gimmicky. And like I said, if you don't find a way to overcome that MP drain, you will have a very, very tough fight, since most fights do depend on MP. I guess if you are able to do a first turn where you took down tons and tons of damage in one go, I believe the Alter version of Toova will also be able to have a 0 MP consumption for the first turn. So I'm sure you'll have lots of different clears, but these are my attempts, and hopefully you learned something in your attempts to take this one down as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.